Hey everyone. So I've had a reply from Livie Taylorr. Oh, sorry, Livie Taylorr. Um, yeah, I understand where you're coming from. Yeah. I don't think this is a channel for you though, because I will be analysing and I will be going in depth into toxic behaviour. Um, I mean, you've put a comment. Maybe she's picking a part of a woman's character. You've got to do that when you've been abused. You know, when you're trying to figure out people, you have to. It's part of the healing process. It's difficult not to analyse, especially at the stage that I'm at. Yeah, you say you've been through domestic violence, and I'm sorry that you have. You know, but then you need to recognise domestic violence on the whole. You need to recognise the manipulation tactics of somebody like Amber. You know, and if you find it difficult to see that, or I can see that you are finding it difficult to see that. It's very dangerous for you for in the future. You know, you need to be able to recognise these patterns, or you're just going to stay in toxic relationships. You're not going to be able to recognise it. You say it's sick and wrong for me to be analysing people. No, it's not. Now that is a toxic mentality. You're putting me down for trying to heal, trying to recognise toxic traits and exposing toxic people. Now, like I say, I don't know about your past or anything like that. You don't know about me, I don't know about you. It's not sick and it's not wrong to expose a toxic person. And from my beliefs, my experiences and my knowledge that I've got over the years, I can see every toxic trait that Amber's got, you know? And you have to analyse people like that on the micro level, because that's where they tell their tales. That's where they give it away, you know? And you can't tell someone not to do that because it's wrong. As much as you might hate me doing it and think it's bad, it's not. It's a way to heal. It's a way to get people to acknowledge what's going on. You know, people are hiding behind doors, saying that they're victims, and they're not. They're the abusers, and they will go to great lengths to prove that they are the victims when they're not. Unfortunately, Amber is one of these people. You know, she's got all the toxic traits. You can go onto any analysis on whatever platform you're on. You can watch top analysts analysing her behaviour. You know, they're all saying the same as me. You know, it's stupid not to be. You know, not to analyse someone on the micro level. It can save your life, for fuck's sake. You know, how many? You know yourself. You've been through domestic violence. Yeah. Or have you? You know. It makes me think, have you really? Because I mean, you may perceive that you have, but really, was it as toxic as what you think it is? Or, you know, it's the same as toxic personalities. They mirror onto other people. It's like you're making me out to be some nasty person, and I'm not. And when you go into the depths of it, of narcissistic behaviour, the mirroring, you know, is that a reflection of who you actually are, you know? I mean, you're a classic example of you've come onto this channel and you've attacked a victim of domestic abuse, and that's gone on for years, and you know, you're trying to tell me that you know better. you know, I don't even know how old you are. I don't know what abuse you've gone through. Obviously, you're not going to share that, and that's your prerogative. You know, you don't have to. This is, you know, you don't have to say anything at all. But you'll find that empathetic people, especially on this channel, will share. They will be able to actually relate to what I'm saying, because they've been through the abuse and they do it themselves. You know, it's traits that you just can't get away from. And if you're not noticing them in yourself, then that's a warning sign that you really need to. You know, I don't know about your life, I don't know what you've been through, but people, you know, their brain develops in different ways. You get like the toxic side of things. People who've been through abuse go through the toxic side of things. Narcissists, you know, the toxic personalities, and then you get the people that have been through abuse that turn out into empaths like me and others on this channel. You can always tell an empath, you know, they are supportive, they are kind, they will give you encouragement, and they will relate their stories, you know, because they do relate. Unfortunately, the toxic personalities, which unfortunately you seem to be coming across as, they seem to be more negative, you know, coming with the insults, put downs and things like that. You know, it's toxic behaviour, it's bullying, you know, they call it trolling, or, you know, haters, you know, call it what you want. Just in your wording, it just shows who you are, whether you've been through abuse or not. You know, same as Amber, whether she's been through abuse or not. It certainly wasn't what Johnny's done to her. You know, she's been like this for a long time, long before she met Johnny, long before she met Johnny. So, you know, you can't put it all down to this. Now, the UK courts, you can't rely on them either. Yeah, I've been through the UK courts. I've seen many news clips about people that have gone through courts and things like that. They do favour the women, they always do. It's a known fact over here, they will favour women. And as for the Sun, you know, I even hate to mention that name. It's one of the worst newspapers in the world for lies and twisting stories, you know, for sexual exploitation, you know, and just complete bollocks. I mean, they even published, God, years ago, I think there was a newspaper headline, fucking London number 7 bus found on the moon, or something fucking stupid like that. This is the newspaper that Johnny and Amber have been dealing with. It's pathetic, it really is. Page 3, busty model, you know, boobs out, you know, what a nice newspaper for this day and age, you know. No, they've lied about certain aspects. There was a big incident, I think it's Hillsborough, I can't remember. There was a football game going on, and there was a big cock up. They let a load of people in, and there was a load of people that got crushed and died. Now the Sun newspaper actually printed that the locals were actually robbing the dead bodies of their wallets and purses and things like that, and it was just disgusting what they were saying. I mean, my area, I live in St Helens in Merseyside. It was around Liverpool where it happened. I mean, I'm not local, so I can't really say the areas. But yeah, many shops around here won't even stock the Sun newspaper because nobody will buy it around here because of that fact. They are a horrible newspaper, and they twist and they lie. It's a proper narcissist type newspaper, you know. What better way to get at somebody than through a toxic tabloid? But yeah, there's been on the local news, on national news, BBC One and all that. You see many stories of fathers that have had their kids taken away, fighting for the rights to see the children because the courts have decided that they're not good enough, just on the mother's word. The woman will get 9 times out of 10, even 99.9% of the time, custody of the children. The fathers won't get it. It's very, very rare. And you see these innocent men begging for their children, to see their kids. And it's not just on the news. I see it around through my life. I've seen it. Decent men that have had nasty, toxic women that have made them out to be such a bastard, and they're not. And they're not allowed to see the kids anymore. This is how far they go. And this is why it needs to be exposed. This is why people need to be microanalyzed. And this is why we don't need to be put down by telling us that we're wrong for standing up and talking about this shit, because it needs to be talked about. People all over the world need to know, because it's not just in the home setting or in the celebrities. It's everywhere. It's in the media. It's in businesses. It's in governments. It's in everything, all around the world. And it's a big problem today. Toxic people are our downfall, or I believe so, very much so. You can just see what it does to your mental health when you're on your own in your home, and you're in a toxic family, let alone what it's doing to the rest of the world. So I'm sorry, but Livie, Livie Taylorr, this is not going to be the channel for you. So it's up to you if you want to leave, but I'll be pissing you off with more in-depth analysis, picking, but not viciously. I'm not a vicious person. I can be, everybody can be, but I choose not to be. And obviously it's your choice whether you want to be nice with your comments and learn, or if you just want to carry on being the way you have been. That's entirely up to you. But I shall be carrying on examining, analysing, nitpicking, whatever you want to call it. I shall be carrying on, and you're not going to stop me. Okay. So sending you love and light, obviously, always. I do hope that you do heal, because obviously you do have some sort of issues. You must have if you've been through domestic violence, or any sort of abuse. There will be deep down issues. Maybe if you don't, maybe you won't acknowledge them, maybe you don't even know. But yeah, I can see you. But that's me analysing, because that's the sort of person I am, and that's the sort of person I want to be. I want to be a therapist. All the information that I get through my experiences, through what I've learnt online, it's all trusted. It's all top quality information, to do with the law, to do with psychology, to do with everything. It's going to be my field. So if you want to carry on, put me down, and putting everybody else down, just for trying to expose nasty people, then you carry on. But you're not going to get a good response. Well, you're not going to get the response that you want, but then again, maybe it is a response that you want. Some people, they crave attention, so I'm giving you your attention. Whether it's the attention you want or not, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because it's still attention. If you carry on, do what you want them. So I shall say goodbye. Bye bye. Have fun.